folks. How we doing? Great to be here. I just had a birthday, right? Yeah. Pushing 60. I am pushing 60. Like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. That's what I say. Anyway, compliments are different now. As I get older, compliments are changing. They're weird. Like, the majority of my compliments come from my medical providers now. A lot of medical compliments, like, nice colon, or... So I get a lot of procedures. My dentist, this is so weird, she loves my gums. Loves them. Every time I go see my dentist, she's like, your gums, mwah. They're so pink and springy and healthy, and I'm like, what do you want to make out? I don't know, right? I'll make out with you if you give me back my copay, right? I used to get a lot of compliments on the sound of my voice in my 20s and 30s. Like, it was weird how many I would get. And I realized the other day, I was like, no one's done that in 20 years. And I thought it was weird, and I was like, what is it? Maybe, I'm older, right? Maybe it's hormones, maybe it's vocal cord issues. So I was like, I'm gonna research it, right? So I researched it, and I figured it out, and what it is now I'm a bitch. Yeah. My voice sounds the same, but the words coming out of it are just like, just much shittier, So, anyway. I get a lot of compliments on the gap in my teeth. I don't know. You guys in the back can't see it. You can fit 75 cents in it. It's really big, And nickels, right? Yeah. This is where I keep my bus fare. Anyway. Yeah, I get a lot of people who are like, oh, your gap is sexy. And I'm like, no, it's not sexy when you're on a dinner date and food flies out of it like shrapnel. Food comes out of this thing all the time. I was on a date with a very nice guy, nice restaurant. I was eating rice. He made me laugh. Piece of rice shot out the gap like a fucking torpedo, right? And it got him right between the eyes. And he immediately looked up because he thought it came from the ceiling, right? So I was like, great, I'm not gonna tell him where it came from, I was just like, man, this place is a dump, And he kept looking around because he was obsessed. He's like, where the hell did it come from? So I laughed again, and this time I got him in the temple, right? And he was like, oh no, there's a second shooter. Oh, man. So, yeah, for my birthday, I had a birthday recently. My friend gave me a weighted blanket. Does anyone have one of these? Clap, weighted. You like it? Oh, I hated it. Gave me a weighted blanket because I was a little lonely sometimes. So he was like, it's like getting a hug. And I'm like, no, it's not. He brought it over. He's like, lie down. I'll put it on you. Plopped it on me. I immediately farted. Just It was so heavy. It just, took the wind out of me. Then he left, so I was like, I guess I'm going to bed now. This is too heavy to get off of me. And I tried it for one night, and I was like, I couldn't get that bitch off of me fast enough. I almost wet the bed twice, right? Yeah. I was like, if you're over 50 and you get one of those, it should come with a package of Depends, right? Oh, okay, that was a sad, dark joke. Depends. Anyway, I got rid of it. I hated it. I got rid of it. I hired movers to take it out of my apartment. And so I lost my job, my day job, a few months ago. I got laid off, and I still need a day job until someone backs my Magic Mike theme park idea. So thank you. It's a great idea, man. You get to ride Magic Mike. No one's on board. Anyway, so I still need a day job, and interviewing now sucks. I don't know if anyone's done it lately. It's really hard. When I was younger, you're just a little charming, tell a joke, you get the job. Now they ask you these really hard questions. They're called behavioral questions, and they're like, tell me about a time when you cheated on your boyfriend, and who was it with, and how long did it last, and and then they ask you follow-up questions, like did you come, stuff like that. But work stuff, right? Yeah, they don't. I was in a 4-hour interview a few weeks ago, 4 hours of these fucking questions, and I just was burnt out toward the end, and so I gave up. The guy's like, tell me about a time you went above and beyond. And I was like, just last night I ate an entire rotisserie chicken. Thank you, yeah. They ask so many questions, like, how do you handle confidentiality? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. One after the other. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably still in this fucking interview. Jesus. Thank you. So yeah, I still don't have a job. Any Italians in the house? All right, there's a few, right on. Are you like Italy Italian or you're like Danny DeVito Italian, right? Me, I'm like Danny DeVito Italian American, right? We're very passionate people. We're very proud. My parents are very proud of our heritage there. So this is how proud they were. My mom went out and got necklaces made with the pendant on them with the Italian fertility symbol, right? And it's like, oh, that sounds really cool, right? Yeah, so she comes home wearing it one day. I didn't know what it was. The Italian fertility symbol is a dick with wings. Big old dick, big wings, huge balls. Yeah. She comes home wearing it, and I'm like, oh, it's a crucifix, right? But then I focused, and I was like, Mom, what the fuck, right? But yeah, I was a little girl, so I didn't say it like that, I was like, Mom, what the fuck, It's all true. She's like, honey, don't be embarrassed. It's part of your heritage. It's an ancient Roman fertility symbol. Yeah, this was the 70s. We didn't have Google back then, right? So you couldn't fact check anything. Yeah, I Googled that shit recently, and Google was like, nah, your parents are dirty motherfuckers. And that was the only image of the male genitalia I had growing up was a dick with wings, right? So when I lost my virginity, I was like, whoa, dude, where's your wings? And then I was like, oh, you must be circumcised. That's why I thought circumcision was. You get your wings cut off. Oh, geez, that landed. That's a fucking great joke. I'm sorry. You should be laughing more at that one. I'm gonna brag a little. Anyway, cool. So I went out not too long ago and paid for a matchmaking service. Has anyone done that? Matchmaking service? No? Yeah. Well, I was trying to pick up men at Costco. Yeah, I am a rotisserie chicken enthusiast, So, yeah, I would just dial up and stand by the kiosk, and they walk up and be like, hey, man, you want to tag team one of these hot chicks with me? Right? You want one of these breasts? Right? You ever been with a woman and a chicken before? That didn't work. Anyway, so yeah, I paid for a matchmaking service, and I didn't plan on it either. I wasn't planning on it. Their advertising was like really good. It was like, we'll make all your dreams come true. And then 6 months later, they were like, you gotta change your dreams. They just, they didn't like my dreams. It didn't work out. I gave them my preferences. I like men that are younger than me. I like tall men. They were like, every 6 months, they're like, what do you say we lower that height and we raise that age, huh? What do you say? What do you say we go older and shorter, right? I was like, no, I don't want to go older and shorter. They're like, well, why don't you like, older men? I'm like, they're fine. I mean, I tried to date older men, but I just want to bang their kids. Boy, that took a minute. Your face, I'm sorry. You look pissed. Are you pissed about that joke? You, yeah. No? Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm sorry. So that was, they were like, that's creepy. We're gonna give you a refund. And they did, I got a refund. That's fucking hilarious. From a matchmaking service, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so, yeah, and I do like younger men, too. I do. Not that much younger, though. Maybe 10, 12 years younger, right? And people are always like, oh, you're a cougar. And I'm like, I don't identify as a cougar. I do not like, that term doesn't suit me, right? Cougars are fast, sexy, confident, right? They go in for the kill, I'm more like a hyena. I'm lazy. I just wait for the leftovers, right? And then I laugh while I eat them, right? Yeah, so I do like younger men, but like I said, not that much younger. And one time, this one guy, really into me, way younger than me. He's like, I want to go out with you. And I was like, you got to convince me. Like, why do you want to date someone so much older than you? And he said, because I want you to teach me things. Yeah, so, I taught him how to use the VCR. He was like, no, I want to learn some sex stuff. I was like, all right, then fire up the VCR, right? The good shit's on VHS, right? You know what I'm talking about, sir, right? Yeah. And he was like, no, I don't want to watch the video. Why can't we just do those things in the video? And I was like, no, man, my copay just went up, I don't want to take any risks, right? I mean, I'm not that old, but you get like really weird injuries as you age, like super weird, like embarrassing, right? Like I hurt my neck making a yummy sound, folks. Yeah, I'm a passionate eater, right? The doctor's like, you gotta lower your cholesterol, eat oatmeal. Oatmeal's boring. So one day I put some honey on it. I took a spoonful. It was good. I was like, and my neck froze. It just locked up from going, So then I was like, shit, man, I'm too creaky to be freaky. Oh, no, all right? I'm too frail to nail. I don't know. Too rickety for the dickety. I got a whole list of these. Yeah. I used to listen to Metallica, but now I have sciatica. I don't know. And he's like, I'm getting bored in the bedroom. And so that's when I was like, I got to switch this up, right? So I changed my approach to sex now, right? I approach it differently. Like if anyone here takes yoga, if you don't take yoga, you get a good teacher. They give you a pose, and if you can't do the pose, they'll give you one that's good for your body, right? So that's what I do now. I just offer alternate positions, Yeah, like if a guy's like, all right, let's start missionary. I'm like, how about stationary? Stationary. He's like, what's that? I'm like, I just don't fucking move, dude. Come on. Right. Picture a stationary bike. That's me. Get on it and ride it as hard as you can, as long as you can, right? All right, you all are getting it now. You're catching up, right? One guy's like, let's do doggy style. I'm like, maybe if the dog has no legs, just like, yeah. This is so comfortable. Oh my God, right? And one guy's like, let's do cowgirl. I'm like, let's do golden girl. Let's do golden girl. He's like, golden girl, what's that? I was like, that's when I get on top, and when my hip locks up, you drive me to urgent care. And then I thank you for being a friend. Well, let's see. You guys, I'm gonna tell you my dirtiest joke. You guys on board with that? All right, here we go. You asked for it. Okay, so I've had a lot of casual sex, a lot of dudes, wow, those fries are really good, huh? Don't hurt your neck going, Anyway, but so. I don't put too much effort in unless I really like a guy. If I really like a guy, I will pull out my signature sex move. I will pull out my signature. It's called the orca. That's when I let a guy finish in my mouth, and then I squirt his load out the gap of my teeth like it's a whale's blowhole. Just like. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's been my time.